Yeah. Well, sweet. Do you guys have your craft supplies? Did you get your little bag?
My bag.
Yes.
I managed to save one bag of M&Ms to eat, or did I just get candy? Did you guys get
I
candy?
ate mine.
Yes. Everybody
Thank
got
you. We
I ate mine.
killed
Were we
all the
supposed to
others,
save
and then I
it?
set these aside.
Were we
I'm on
supposed
a no
to save it?
sugar
I already
thing.
ate it.
What was that?
Were we supposed to save the candy for like tonight? Because I like mine's
No.
long gone.
No.
Like I
Oh.
ate it a while ago.
Yeah.
No, not necessarily. I
I'm
just
saving mine as a victory treat because I can't have sugar until the end of the month.
Oh,
Oh.
I'm like,
You can do it.
I know.
good for you. Well, I feel like I think I know everyone, but I am Meagan Karstensen, and I was the director of home up until this year. And so I am honored to get to hang in a teacher role again for a little bit tonight. So pretty sweet. So do you guys have your beads? Got your beads. So what, I guess you guys all have whiteboards on hand. Maybe write what word you have and we'll see what everyone has.
Cool. Good idea.
Fun.
I was feeling pretty uncreative, so. Ooh.
Oh, I
Oh,
like paws. That's a good one.
that is a good one.
I mean, they're all good ones, but that's a nice one.
It is. Yeah.
You.
Oh, nice, Kristen. Enough. That's beautiful. Heidi, what is yours?
Cool.
Oh, Joy. It looks backwards.
I think I did it backwards. I was trying to do it forwards.
Yeah.
Yep.
Poster. Yeah. That's awesome.
That works out.
And I might give mine to my mother-in-law too. I'm trying to decide. Trying to decide who the lucky soul is because my keychain is currently like very dazzled. It is. It is easy to find in the purse. Okay, so first thing I would recommend is laying out your beads in front of you in the order that you want them on, because then it just makes it easier later so you don't miss bead and then go, oh, dang it, oh, I gotta change it and start yelling. So that's what I would recommend doing first. And there's the nice little spacer beads. So mine's kind of like starting with the biggest one and then that pretty decorative bead next, and then a spacer bead, and then my first L, which is upside down right now, but L, and then a spacer bead, and then go on like that. That's kind of how I'm doing
Okay.
mine. Obviously, you can do it whatever order you want, but a lot of the keychains on Pinterest and stuff start with like the big chunky one,
Okay.
and then do the next decorative one. And if you don't want to use that spacer and you want to just dive right into your letters, like if your word's a little bit longer, you could, take out that first spacer. I can't get this L right. Like that. So however you want. But I would lay them out. Normally when I'm beading, that's like the hardest part. But this is easy when you just get a kit and you're like, there's no other options.
Totally.
Is there anyone that's like loves making jewelry and likes to bead? Rachel, nice.
Never heard beading as a verb.
Oh, it's
Oh,
definitely a verb.
Oh,
I'm
for
learning new
sure.
things. I'm not a crafty
you
person.
have not hung out with very many baby boomer crafters.
Apparently
When I was
not.
When I was a kid, my grandma used to bead, but it wasn't like this. Like she wouldn't make keychains. She would put them all onto like a needle, and then she'd glue them down. So like she made purses that had
Oh,
like these
wow.
beaded designs on them. And she had this white carpet under like on her floor, and if she ever spilled the beads, I would just sit there under her chair and just like pick them all up, and that was our quality time.
That's so
My
nice.
girls would love that. My mom and her friends love beading, and it's not something I would do, but it is a great thing to do with people like what we're doing right now, because it doesn't take that much time and effort, but you do like end up with something really beautiful. So then after you get your beads in your order, I you want to slip the string onto your key ring and get it in half so that your ends are even like that. And then tie a knot, just one of these like loop knots. I like to wrap it around my finger and then you like roll it off your finger and off it comes, or however you want to do a knot. If you like, you could put that knot right up close to your key chain and it'll kind of like make it tight. But if you like a little more movement, then you can have it a little bit looser and it will kind of move around your keychain. So it's kind of up to you. When I was looking around on Pinterest, it seemed like people were getting their knots pretty close, but I think it's totally up to you. As you're beading and stuff, the more knots that you add between beads and things like that, it looks cool, but also the beading ladies say it adds motion or movement. So if you like, you want it to be able to move, but if you like it, a keychain where it like sticks out pretty tight, then don't put any knots. So let's see. I got my knot on there. I didn't get it too close because I don't know, because I stink.
You like some motion.
So then I got my ends even, pretty even. And if at any point you have a question or need me to slow down, you just say so. What's really fun is beading like little earrings and stuff, because it's just like this little thing. And then it's even better if you can hand it off to someone that's really good at making jewelry and they'll actually like put it together for you. Those friends are always nice to have around, which is usually me. I'm like, get the beads on there and I'm like, Mom, help, you finish it. So then after that, you slip your beads on. And I found that with this string, I could get them through. I just stick both ends at the same time through. But if you feel like it's not working out for you, I didn't try it, but you could try taping the ends together. But that's a little bit risky because it kind of makes it a little bit thicker.
Right.
And sometimes, most beads are great, but some of them just for whatever reason, when they're created, have like a chunk of something in there. So you could always grab like a toothpick or a needle and kind of help it through. But I was able to do all mine with just, some of them I had to do put a little effort into it, but you can bead them. And like I said, you could do like a bead and a knot, or a couple knots. You can hop onto Pinterest right now and see what everyone else is doing. But that's basically what you do. And then at the very end, you just tie another knot and then trim your string. And then I would recommend, this string shouldn't unravel too bad, but if you're concerned about it, you can get a lighter or something and just kind of burn the end just a little bit, and it'll make sure that it stays.
Megan, when you're doing the knots, you're just doing like the wraparound basic knot, right? You're not like, okay.
Yeah, I don't know what that name of the name of the knot is, like a loop knot. I don't know, but yeah, like I'm not like tying them like this. I'm looping them around and then extending both of the ends through at the same time.
Okay, thank you.
And you're doing that between each bead?
Well, it's up to you. I think when I make mine, I'm not going to on this one, but if you want it to be able to kind of bend and move, then you can add some knots.
You're adding knots between the letters? Is that what the question was?
I'm not going to, but you can if you want. So I'm just going to bead mine and just do straight up beads. I'll kind of get mine going here so you can see. So I think I'm just going to keep going like that. I put both strands through.
I don't feel like I'm good enough at knots to be able to get them that enough accurately so that it's not just totally uneven.
Yeah, you definitely have to work at it to get them there. And if your strings start getting uneven, you can just trim them. You have plenty. So you can just, trim them down so they're even. So don't have to worry a ton. Tracy Lawrence is just cruising right along. That
Yeah,
looks great.
I look at what I did with my, I don't know if you can see it. There you go. I put my gold bead.
Oh,
yeah.
That's another option. That's beautiful.
Just
Oh,
to,
cool.
it actually, it kind of, it gives it movement,
Huh.
right? But
Yeah.
I couldn't get 2 strings through this gold, and then I kind of liked how it looked. So
That's awesome. A lot of art and crafting is improvising and making something that you didn't originally expect. And the better you are at being okay with that, the more enjoyable it is, because it rarely, if ever, turns out like you hope to. Has anyone else had
True.
situations like that?
No,
Yes.
never.
No, everything turns out exactly like I planned.
all,
I
all
love
the
it. I'll
time.
laugh like,
painting.
haha, that's right. Just like my children.
Yep.
Yep. They do everything the first time I ask. No problem.
oh man. I still remember I have 2 sisters who are a little bit younger than me, and I still remember being in high school and saying, and they were pretty young at that time, saying, when I have children, they will pick up all their toys themselves. I will not help them. And I had this one mom, not my mom, because she was done arguing with me about this. I had this one mom look at me and go, "You'll eat those words."
You really?
That's hilarious.
And they don't. I mean, they do now, but they didn't for a long time.
Right.
Yeah, I wonder how many times I said stuff like that. People are like, oh, just wait.
Yeah.
I try hard to not be that person that's like, oh, just wait.
Right.
Maybe it'll work out for them. I don't know.
True.
But I think it though.
That was me when I came to home group pregnant. That's what you're
Oh
thinking.
yeah. I call these crazy moms.
No, everybody was thinking, oh, you just wait.
To yourself.
That's how I felt. Everybody was.
Yeah.
No, not really. Everybody was very nice.
I remember when I was in college, like my first friend that had a baby, and she's like 7 years older than me, so a little bit ahead, a lot ahead. And so she was the first person I was close with that had a baby, and it was her first, and she was like, "Meagan, I can't even shower." And I was like, from where I was standing, I was like, that's so unbelievable. Like, wait, what? How could something keep you from showering? That's, I was kind of like, maybe you should like figure out how to be a mom better, or like whatever. And now I'm like, and then I had a baby and I was like, I get it. You literally can't shower.
I literally had to bring the bouncer seat into the bathroom, and it took up the whole floor in order to take a shower at all.
Absolutely.
And I was like, I remember feeling so horrible, like, this is my first baby and I was home alone. So I was like, I feel so guilty, but I have to shower.
Right.
Like, and she didn't care. She was sleeping the whole time.
Oh, sure. Oh, yeah. I've like, especially when I had my second, I was like, where's a safe spot that I can leave this child?
Oh
I can still hear them. So I'd often do the whole car seat, just like strap her in and put her outside the shower. But that is
true.
I remember this one mom told me that when she went to work, so this is like before I had kids, right?
Mm-hmm.
She worked part-time at this therapy clinic that I worked at, and she was like, oh, when I go to work, like that's a break. Work is a break.
Yeah.
And I was like, psh, she's crazy. Like, what? That's crazy. Work's work, work's hard. No. Turns out work is definitely easier than being at home.
With you, Carly. My one day I work on Wednesdays is like I get to talk to adults.
Yeah, it's quite the luxury to leave the house to work sometimes.
I didn't even sign up for the craft. I'm just sitting here taking instructions, notes, and I got on because when Don travels for work, and when he comes back, I'm like, who'd you talk to? What adult conversation did you have? Oh, what was discussed? No, don't skip out on the sentences. No, how did they respond?
Tell me more.
Is he a good sport about it, Claudette? Does he give you all the details?
Usually is. He's just like, okay, you need to go on your mom's group tonight. I know you didn't sign up for the craft, but
No way.
Not as great.
That's hilarious.
Oh, that's awesome.
Even when Alex goes to the grocery store, I'm like, how many people were there? What did you see when I was in quarantine? He's like, I don't remember. I'm like, oh.
Like, what treats were on the aisle thingamajiggy?
What's new on the aisle? Yeah.
What was on sale?
I have the same thing. When Justin goes somewhere, I'm like, what's it like out there? Was it busy? Like, what's it like out in the real world? Like, and he's like, I don't know. Like, there were people there.
What's it like out there?
Oh, that's so funny. And the pandemic has just amplified that so much more,
For sure.
But even for the kids, I mean, we took Eli out. Eli wants to make gingerbread men all the time because he just goes, and then we wave the magic wand on them, and then we make them real so they become my friends. I'm like, oh. And then we took him to an appointment at OHSU last week, and he was telling everybody that walked by us, hello, I love you. Everybody. And then he told this one lady who stopped and was talking to him, and he goes, thank you so much for talking to me, someone different than my parents.
He said that?
Seriously.
Get out of town. Because he's only what, like 4?
He's 4.5, but he is like, yeah, he nonstop he like talks a lot. And so a lot. And which is fine. It's just great. I'm not complaining, but yeah, someone different than my parents. Thank you for talking
Oh, and
to
I'm
me.
sure you were like, thank you for talking to him. So he would talk to someone different than his parents.
Seriously.
I feel like when I'm away or working at something without my kids there, just being able to focus on one thing at a time is such a gift. Like whatever it is, even if it's the dishes, but anything, to have the choice to what I focus on is the privilege, I think.
Megan, remember when I saw you in Winco that one time, and I was like, what were you doing standing there for so long, like on your phone? And you were like, well, I had a chance to send some text messages without because you were there without your kids. And you're like, I don't care if I'm in the middle of the aisle. I got a chance to send some text. I'm going to do it. You remember that? It was a few years ago.
Oh, for sure.
I don't.
That's how I treat my car when I get all the kids strapped in, and I'm like,
oh yeah,
can't leave. I have to sit on my messages before I drive away.
Yeah, that's what I do too, T. My kids are like, Mom,
yeah,
moving finally.
Get buckled.
Yeah, for sure.
There's this comedian that talks about how the best part of his day is that 30 seconds after you get the kids in the car and you have to walk around the car to get to the driver's side.
Yes.
Who is this? What's this comedian's name?
Yeah. What'd you say, Josie?
I have been known to buckle my kids in and be like, you know what? I forgot something. I'll be right back.
Like, awesome, make a cup of coffee.
That's
I do that
awesome.
every morning. Get them all buckled in, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go back in and get a couple more things. You can fit in the nice warm car.
That's hilarious.
That's wonderful.
I'm learning so much.
All the mom hacks right now.
Yeah, my kids are
Glad
old
I'm not
enough
the
to
only
get
one.
all themselves in the car, so I send them out, and then I like tinker for a while.
There you
and get
go.
That's
coffee,
legit.
and then by the time I get in there, they're all buckled and stuff. But
I actually went to the grocery store by myself the other day, and it was
Oh,
so nice. And then Don
glorious.
texts me and goes, "Are you okay?" I go, "Yeah." He goes, "Where are you?" "Sitting in the driveway for the last 45 minutes."
Me.
Man, we're desperate right now.
Every time I go to the store, I end up sitting in the car for an extra 30 minutes there and back. Like, it's just gotta take it where you can get it, right?
Oh yeah.
and that's important. It's important to get time alone.
For sure.
Take that. How
All
are
right,
you
I gotta
guys?
go put my kids to bed, but I made mine. Thank you so much.
Oh, nice.
Looks good.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Hey,
Says
we have
love.
matching ones.
Yeah, mine says love too.
Yay.
Oh,
Oh, they're so pretty. And I was thinking about
Love
our
that.
home theme for last year. I think it's still on my mind. Love.
Oh yeah.
that's good.
Man. Carly, I got to see your studio for the first time, and it's so beautiful.
How? How'd you get to see it?
Oh, because I am not very good at following communication, and so I showed up for after hours.
Oh,
Jackie's supposed to be here. I'm like,
Oh my
so I
god.
just kind of like worked out with her on the side, and
Oh good. I was gonna say, did you stay?
yeah,
Good. Yeah, because it would be that would be totally fine, like to have one person in there. Actually, I just found out we get to reopen.
I heard that.
Congratulations.
Ooh, that's
That's
exciting. Well, thank you so
That's
much,
good.
Megan.
Yeah,
that's
it's
sweet of you.
beautiful. I was like looking at all the shelves and the lighting and the colors, and
Yeah.
it's like very strategic. It's beautiful.
I love to decorate. That's all me.
Oh, I love that.
Great.
You do a great job,
Carly, it looks great.
Thank you. But you know what I really want to do once the pandemic is over is have like home group has really
Dance party?
inspired me to do. No, I wasn't going to say dance party, but if you want to do that, we totally can. But
This would be a great dance floor.
It
the
was.
crafts and stuff, because I'm not very crafty, but the home group craft stuff has been like so fun and inspiring for me. The ones that you have done, Megan, especially like when your mom did the ink art
Oh,
thing.
yeah.
Oh my gosh, like
I know where mine is.
I felt something real with that ink art. I don't know why. So neat.
Oh, yeah, I sat with you that day, and I just remember you were just like, "This is the best." Like, it was such a good day.
And
Let's do
and
it.
you know, things like this, like it makes me want to use my studio for things like that, where we can get together and do arts and crafts.
That's awesome. And it's such a beautiful space.
Right.
Yeah, and I want to use it for all things love, you know, not just art. It's
Totally.
it's a
That's so
place
generous of
for
you.
women to get together, you know. So
That's a cool vision.
Carly.
Do
Yeah.
it and have a dance party.
Yeah, and
have a dance party.
we don't have to
got a
always
sweet
be
stereo.
exercising. Yeah, but yeah, let's do arts and crafts. But if you'd like to do a dance party, we can do that too.
I'm sure Jamie has a disco ball or something.
Megan's been trying to do a dance party for like 3 years now.
Oh,
it's true.
Brittany and I had one all geared up. We were gonna do
and it was
we were gonna do it
totally
at the Christmas party last year. We were gonna do a last minute dance
called
party.
it.
And Megan choked it at the very end. We had blown up balloons and everything, like beach
What?
balls.
I
And
didn't even know this.
yeah.
Wow.
Next time when we can meet again, you guys should come to the International Moms Group Dance Party. Amazing.
That sounds so fun.
totally.
Yeah. Great.
That's awesome,
Maybe-
Megan. That you
Maybe next
have
time surprise me
for
with a dance
dance.
party so that I'm not the one that goes, "Oh, I'm scared."
Yeah, we can all plan it, and then we'll just invite Megan, and then it'll happen.
I'll plan it for you, Megan. We'll have it. The studio. We got music there.
And let's do my mom's coming in May, I think. We could, maybe things will open up enough that we could do a alcohol ink thing, and we could put just like tarps all over your floor so we don't see anything.
Yeah, I know that was the one thing I was like, we need to protect the floor.
I think drop cloths and tarps would be fine.
Oh yeah, or anything. And your mom does a lot of art, different types of art, right? Like teach us something else, man.
Yeah.
So neat.
Yeah, for sure. Love it. Okay. We'll have fun putting those kiddos to bed.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I told you guys I had to go.
You should just hang.
Well, your company.
Wednesday night.
How do I don't know how to get out of here.
I mean, it's Tuesday night.
So close, Megan.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
It's almost Wednesday.
I always just, I feel like Tuesday nights are no school night because Wednesdays for school are specials, and so it's not as academically strong.
What's happening with Corvallis School District? Do you guys know anything? Updates? Return to school?
They have to be 2 weeks in the yellow. They like, the whole phases or whatever. The numbers have to be 2 weeks in the yellow, and then they're gonna start with kindergarten, and then like a week after that they're gonna start with first grade, and then second, and then like keep doing like each grade up until I think fifth or sixth. Fifth.
Yeah.
And that's their plan as of now. They haven't really said, and then hopefully after that, that's like a 6-week plan. They haven't really said when like middle school and high school are gonna go back, but
From what we know, from what I was told today, obviously a lot of you know Philomath, obviously 11th hour didn't do elementary school today. And so, but from what I was told today, the elementary schools can go back and it's like the test, and obviously junior high, middle and high school have a whole nother animal and dynamic of changing the classrooms.
Right.
And so, but they have to have a minimum of 4 weeks between the start of elementary school, the last grade to start, and before middle school could start, and then 4 weeks before high school could start. And so that if they don't, like Albany announced and not even thinking of going back until end of March 29th last night, that would be like the high schoolers not going back till May. What's the point of going back to school this year?
Right.
And for kinder, at least I'm not sure what everybody else's schedule will look like, but for kindergarten, when we had our parent meeting, it's only they're grouping the kids in half groups, and so they'll only go half, like for 2 hours 2 days a week. That's going to be
for social time.
For social time, yeah. They're not actually going back for like full days.
For class.
Because they have to be distanced and masked and all that kind of stuff, and small groups, and so it won't really be. They'll maintain all of the online schooling they're doing already.
Got it.
And then
Have they given a date, Jesse, for that?
It follows what Katie said. Once we hit the message for 2 solid weeks, then they'll contact kinder parents to go back.
Okay.
It seems hard. My mom's a first grade teacher, and she's been in the meetings about, like, she's in Sherwood, and for her, it just sounds like it's going to be so hard for everybody because for first grade, just like they are going to still have to maintain like masking and social distancing, and there are just certain times when like, okay, everyone goes to go, read or this other area. So, well, how do you do it at that point? And she thinks it's going to drain her like tremendously. I mean, she's not a young teacher, so, but anyways, we'll see, but she's like not looking forward to it. But you got to start somewhere.
A teacher on Sunday. She was
sorry,
not
go ahead.
stoked on it.
Go ahead, Megan. I'm sorry, I was talking.
Oh, I was going to say I chatted with the teacher on Sunday, and she sounded similar, like all the things that hoops that she was gonna have to jump through. She said basically she's got to wrap her classroom in plastic on the outside. So they can't do anything. So she's like, well, I'll be in like a big plastic bubble. And then, like you said, just trying to figure out how to get them to move.
I'm sorry to bring up a deep, dark subject when a fun event, but I was just kind of curious what everyone's doing. It's like, but and then I saw Fauci last night said double mask is the way to go. I'm like, oh my gosh, we just opened up a can of worm chaos, and now we're going to double masks.
Oh wow.
I'm like, oh no, please, no.
Like a shield and a mask, or how would
like two masks?
Wear two cloth masks?
Yes. Yeah, surgical mask and then a cloth mask on top.
Oh.
Like if you saw during the inauguration, all of them were wearing like the
95
disposable masks, and then they had their cloth mask as like an accessory over it. So I really hope that doesn't, I mean, if it becomes a thing, it becomes a thing, but that's gonna make my job harder. I don't know.
It makes breathing harder.
Oh, we're so close.
Oh, yeah.
We'll be fine this summer. It'll be great. Hi, Katie.
Night, friends.
Hi.
Friends.
Bye.
Fine.
Big Charlotte.
Oh, that's cute.
That's
Oh,
nice.
that's so cute.
Ooh, super
That's enough.
That's beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Everybody. Good night.
Good night.
I'm
Thanks,
leaving.
Megan, and-
Thanks, you guys. This was
Bye.
fun. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye, Fatima.
Thank you. Bye.
Well, this was sure fun. I feel
Mm.
like crafting is such a great way to connect. Thank you guys so much for being here.
Thanks for leading us. And something like this was nice because you could still chat.
Yeah.
Although
It's
some of my
done. Hopefully, did everyone finish?
Yes.
Yeah, all the beads went through.
Nice. Jamie, I love the big teal beads you chose.
Yeah, these are awesome.
They're pretty colors.
And they seem like teethers.
They are.
I figured the first two beads I think are teethers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's semi-child safe, not this so
There you
much.
go.
But I know the Heimlich and back thrusts, you know.
There you go.
I feel like
Tammy ended up taking the leopard print one.
Well, before we wrap up, Megan, thank you so much for leading. That was super fun.
Thanks for having me.
And mamas, I just want to remind you, Sarah Barbuto will be joining us in 2 weeks doing a mental health check-in. And if you remember, she came last year. She is so fun. And so I'm really excited to hear what she has to share with us. And then the other thing was just reach out to someone in our community, you know, next week as we're doing these every other week models. We'd really love for you guys to reach out in whatever you're comfortable with, you know, if it's a text, if it's a, hey, I'm going for a walk at this time, or if it's like I'm going to have dinner, Zoom me in on your family meal. So find something that works for your guys' family rhythm and just connect. You know, we have such a great community of mamas and we miss getting to see you guys every week, but we love that we get to see you on Zoom, and yeah, can't wait till we can see you in person. We're welcome to stay and hang, but I'm going to end the recording now.
Okay.